If you guys have any question, let me know.
Yes, Mr. Ahmed. This is Imran here.
Yes.
I have two questions. So question number one, with regards to the venture capitalists, you said up to 5 partners are allowed with the business idea.
Yeah.
So I have to find those 5 partners myself, or you can facilitate in that?
Okay, we'll assist you with that. It's not that we're gonna put a team together. That's you guys. And again, make sure the people that you choose, they are essential to your project. Yeah, like you need a financial manager, you need a production manager that's essential to your business, not just everyone. Whoever comes up with the idea, that's the main person, main applicant. But if anyone in your team gets refusal, the whole team goes down. So it's very important. Yeah.
And what sort of businesses are allowed? Like, what sort of eligible businesses are allowed? Can business consulting or accounting or these things can work, or it has to be innovative?
Innovative, mostly in IT or medical. They love medical projects. You come up with a new surgery knife, they love that. But or softwares that's related to related to a medical, they love those things. But no, if you want to start up accounting firm, no, sorry. If you want to start a restaurant business, there is nothing innovative. Even if you say that, oh, I'm going to make ethnic food for this area of my country, still it's not innovative enough.
Cloud kitchen works?
Sorry?
There's a concept called cloud kitchen. Does that work? Yeah.
Are you going to make a app or a software with that as well?
So basically what happens, I'm basically belong to a private equity firm. So we are actually funding cloud kitchens. Mm-hmm. So normally what happens is you select in a specific area and you offer multiple cuisines with different name and you add those things to the delivery service. So basically it's like a kitchen where one big kitchen serves multiple cuisines with multiple brand names. And then you deliver them out to the residents or their home place with a cheaper price compared to the normal restaurant.
Yeah. You need to add something to that because it already exists here in Canada as well. So okay. Something extra. You need to add something extra to make it a niche market.
Okay. Got it. Thank you, Mr. Hussain.
Yeah, Mr. Hussain, I have listened there is one regional pilot program for British Columbia, basically in the British Columbia area where the minimum investment is $2 lakh. Can you explain that because I have gone through the details you have already mentioned. Okay, so somebody suggests me to do the investment in the regional area of the British Columbia, right? Okay. Where the minimum investment is, we can invest in 2 lakh, Canadian dollar, and there would be the one person would be a permanent resident or a citizen we have to appoint. Can you explain in that as well?
Sure. You brought up a very good question. I mean, first of all, if a startup is not something for you, if you think, oh, it's no, this is not going to work for me, there are other options as well, like owner-operator. If you buy a business here, it could be a restaurant, it could be a coffee shop, and you can get your work permit to start with, and then you can make it into a PR as well. And there are programs like intra-company transfer. If you already have some kind of manufacturing and you want to start a branch of your business here in Canada, that's possible as well. But when you mention about the regional pilot program, the BCPNP regional pilot program, there are designated cities where in BC you can do this. And normally, you invest 100,000 Canadian.
Yeah.
So with 100,000 Canadian investment, you can start your business. There are most of them under 50,000 population. So these are small cities. Okay. But it works, yeah. The only thing you should be aware of, the processing time is a little bit lengthy. It's, you start today, a year from now, 12 to 13 months from now, They give you a business work permit. You come in with that work permit. It's a business work permit.
Okay.
20 months later, 20 months after you come in, you need to submit a final report. Final report shows exactly what you have done past 20 months. And if you have done everything that you have mentioned in your business plan that you submitted the first day,
yeah,
then they give you a nomination so you can apply for PR.
So that would be the better chance. Like we have the innovative idea to invest a lot of money, like maybe in this program which you told us, maybe the $1 million or more.
Oh, no. And a startup program, some of these startup programs start with less than 100,000.
Okay.
And one of the reasons that we go with incubators, because incubators, they assist you to raise funds, especially the seed fund. When you're going to start the first stage of gathering the fund for you, they assist you with that. So sometimes you don't really need your own money. They help you to raise the money for you.
Okay. And if I have, as I told you earlier as well in our chat box, we are planning to open a college in Quebec. I have one of the my permanent resident citizen over there, who he also want to invest the 5 lakh, approximately 5 lakh Canadian dollars. So if we are in the India and we want to establish a college in Quebec, so that we have to apply through the incubator, right?
Through the incubator, yes, that's a good idea. But can I ask, why do you choose Quebec for this program?
Because these days the Indian market, Quebec is one of the best choice for the student, and we have already sent thousands of students in the last 2 years in Quebec. So this is the perfect market for the Indian these days in India. Okay, so we are working. I am running this as a director from last 5 years. Earlier, I was doing in job. I was in job. Okay, I was the country manager and same field in this overseas education. So I was thinking to start up a program like to invest $1 lakh in any particular regional area. Can I start the same company in Canada, like as a student visa overseas education company? And I have IRCC member who is going to get license in next 2 months. Okay, she have already given the paper. She's one of my sister. So I can appoint her as my employee.
Well, kind of. You see, if you already have a similar business and you're opening a branch of your business here, yes, that's possible. But your original business in India or wherever it is, it needs to be established at least 1 year before.
In Canada or in India?
No, in India.
India, I have this from 2016.
Okay, good. So that's possible. Then you start a branch of your business here. So intra-company transfer, that's a better option for you.
So may I have to take the IRCC license, or either I can appoint somebody who will be the employee of my company, and we can, because in the Canada I have listened until we don't have the license, we cannot do the student visa or the immigration or other programs, right?
Yeah. And right now you can still outsource it. You can have a retainer agreement with someone like me, and they will process the application for you. But this may change next year.
Okay.
There are some changes coming. Like right now, lawyers, Canadian lawyers, or most of the lawyers, they cannot give you commission or a referral fee if you refer a client to them. We can. Immigration consultant, if someone brings me a client, I can give them commission. That's not a problem. It's legal.
No, my concern was like I have the couple of students, we recruit every year 200, 300 students. If I have the company in Canada, we will do the promotion the same, but we have get the all money in Canada account, not in India, because normally commission come in India. Okay, so if we have the company in Canada, either we will get the more tie up with the colleges. This is basically my planning, and we will recruit a IRCC consultant there. So on such behalf, can we get PR, or we can only establish a business over there?
You see, when it gets to the PR, it goes through a completely different process. So you are, sorry, Abdul Najib Khan, can you, it's mute now. Okay. So when you want to apply for PR, you go through a completely different process. You go into Express Entry, and you need to have enough points in Express Entry to so you can apply for PR. Now, when you start a business, normally your business needs only a manager. It doesn't need a CEO of a company. So you only get 50 points as a job offer. It's called job offer, but it's not really a job offer. It's your own business. But then when you expand your business, when you can say that, okay, now I've got a marketing manager, I've got a financial manager, I've got receptionist, I've got so many different departments, at least 10 people working for me, then you're a CEO of a company.
Okay.
And then you can change your position to a CEO, then you get 200 points. So most people having 200 points, bachelor degree, IELTS 6 or better, are qualified to apply for PR.
Okay. Okay, so if we will start up, then we have to appoint at least 10 people with a different department. After that, we will get the 200 point, and then we can apply for PR. Okay. Otherwise, we can only do the business.
Yes. Yeah. The reason I mentioned that immigration consultant right now, they can take commission. This may change next year. So one of the changes that happens is that we, like lawyers, we cannot take any more referrals. And then the other thing is that we cannot be employee of another company. That could be one of the changes. So what happens is that if I come and work for you, you have to rent me a space in your business. Well, this is one option. You rent me a space in your business, and for every case, write a contract with me. Okay, so that's how it could work. But right now, it's okay. I mean, you can hire somebody's ICCRC and...
let's suppose we invest in the Canada, we open the company, and after the government change the rule, and then?
Well, then, yeah, you just change the type of contract that you have.
Okay, only we have to do the change in contract.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Anyone else has got any question, anything?
Mr. Abdurrahman, so basically the startup visa program that you described, can you please give us a walkthrough with the entire process stepwise, like 16 months, how it will go? And what is the total cost, consulting costs, startup costs, and everything? That will be great.
Okay. So the process, I mean, I tried to mention, maybe it was here and there. So the process starts with, first of all, our own company. We validate your business idea. We make sure that it's something that it's doable. So then we give it to business coaches that they work on your business plan as well, on the business concept and a business plan. So that takes around 1 month. And then we give it to the incubators. Incubators use another 2 months to give you the supporting letter. Once we have the supporting letter, the process of the immigration starts. And that takes between 14 to 16 months. Now, in between these 14 to 16 months, you are allowed to apply for a work permit. So you can come to Canada and start your project. So that answers your question?
Yeah, that's really answered my question. Now, in terms of the costs.
Yeah.
So
now, it could be variable from project to project. We have a base cost for our fee, for the immigration fee, what we charge, plus that we charge you for kind of coaching you with the business concept, business ideas, all that. We have a minimum fee of $25,000. Now, on top of that, there's the supporting letter fee that you have to pay to incubator. They also make an agreement with you for between 12 to 18 months to coach you as well. That's another cost on top of it. You may hear from many people, many immigration consultants or lawyers that they tell you that your total cost is $70,000, $80,000, $100,000. It could be true. Yes, it could be that putting all these costs together, it will come up to $75,000 or $80,000.
And we are bound to run this startup business when we are in Canada. Is that correct?
Of course. That's the idea. I mean, you're coming here to start a new business. And that's another reason there were so many refusals last year. People came in, they got their PR, and they think, okay, I got the PR. No one can touch me. They don't do the business. They don't start a business. Immigration has asked them to give back their PR.
Okay.
Anji.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, go ahead. Anyone else had a question?
Oh, Anji.
भाई अपना क्वेश्चन पूछ लो. AA आप हिंदी में बात कर रहे हो, इंग्लिश में क्वेश्चन पूछ लो अपना.
Mr. Puneet. Hello.
My Hindi is very rusty. You have to speak in English.
So Hussain,
Yes.
So what is the duration? This 100,000 Canadian dollars, if you have to invest, that's on an individual basis or on a group basis you have to invest?
No, this is different. That program, the BC PNP Regional Pilot Program, it's completely different. So you got 20 months to invest your business. Your investment could be that you rent a place for the first 3 months. Those rents is your investment. You hire somebody for the first 3 months. The salary that you pay, it's your investment. You start, you create a website, you do a business plan, you pay a company to do your marketing. Those are your investments. So the 100,000, you have to do it in 20 months. But end of 20 months, when you make your final report, you should have done the 100,000 investment.
So Hussain, there are a couple of consultants out here in Dubai.
Yeah.
I'm based out of Dubai. Who saying that startup visa program is worth 200,000 and 4 people can join hands to start the startup program with the help of incubators. I'm not sure, is it the same one or the one you are talking?
It's the same thing, but you hear different stories. We try to see, our reputation is very important to us. Okay. So if somebody comes to us and say, just find me a business plan and make the startup visa for me. No, we're not going to do that. If you are a team, if someone is creating a team, yes, we can help you. Or we might be able to suggest something to you. We might be able to suggest you, okay, so there is a project, they need a financial manager or they need a production manager. See if you are a good match with them. We can introduce you to them. But creating everything for you, no. And I know people do that all the time. They charge 150, 200,000 and something goes wrong. No one wants to take responsibility for it.
Got it. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Any other question?
So, Mr. Hussain, to start the process with your firm, we have to reach out to you privately, and the payment flow. Like, I need to understand. So, with regards to $200,000 capital from the venture capitalist, that will be their paid up capital, and they will be taking as a working partner. Is it what you propose?
Yeah. Normally, they want a big portion of your company. So if they are investing 200,000, probably they'll tell you around 30-40% of your business.
And how much money do we have to show in order to meet the requirement for the investment?
You don't need to put anything. So if you go with the venture capital, they have to put minimum of 200,000 in your business.
And that will be shown through letter of support, right?
Yes.
So So it means, if I interpret it correctly, what you are trying to say here, that I will come up with the right team and the right business model, which can be a prototype, which does not have to exist, but it should be in a proper idea on a documented form. We pitch them, they agree to accept the proposal, and in return of that, they confirm 200,000 as the LOS, letter of support. And then I can go in advance until I get my PR on work permit. I can establish the business. I can use that money to run the business. God forbid, if the business fails in 6 months or 8 months or 1 year due to cash run out, then am I supposed to inject myself or need to return the money back or what?
No. Well, very good question. Very good question. So they don't count on you being 100% successful. They want the project to be done. See, again, when we go back to a business being unique, you guys probably have heard about those apps that they make appointment for professionals like doctors, dentists. Now, Immigration Canada may support 10 of them, 10 different type of them. They're all, the concept is the same thing. It's just that each one of them has got something new in it. And that's why they call it innovative. It's not exactly a unique idea. It's just that maybe
it's a different niche.
Yeah, maybe the marketing strategy is something else. They focus on something else. And Immigration Canada is going to support all 10 of them. But maybe one of them or two of them will be 100% successful. I know some of these programs that they started a year later. Microsoft offered them more than 100 million. And I know similar program that they started after 5-6 years, they had to give up. So it's if you are not successful, no, they're not going to. They just want to make sure that whatever you have said in your business plan, you have done that. And they are in communication with your incubator or with the venture capital to make sure that you are doing the business, you are doing the business plan.
So after 6 months or 1 year, when God forbid, if we reach to a situation where we have to give up the business, then we are open to the local employee market, right? So then we can basically find a job and we can move somewhere else.
Yeah, normally you see, that was a surprise for everyone when last year immigration asked people with PR to give up their PR, because once you have a PR in Canada, no one can force you where to live, which work to do, or how long you want to stay or leave. Well, of course, there are rules for your citizenship, but no one can really take it back from you. And with a startup, there were files that they didn't do anything. They came in, they got their PR. They thought, okay, so I have my PR. Why should I start the business? And immigration went after them.
Yeah, because there is a scam going on. Lots of Facebook's advertisements are coming that you basically put $46,000 up to 5 partners. You land there, you get your PR, and you lost your money. You voluntarily transfer your shares to the incubator, and then they will run the show. So basically, you lost 46,000 or 50,000 US dollars, not Canadian dollar. And then from the day of landing, you can be employed by someone else. I think this is not the right thing, right?
No, and believe me, immigration goes after those incubators. If they find them, they take away their license. No, don't really go that route.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. If you guys go on immigration website, you will see that it says all the applications were submitted before, I think it's 2021. The processing time for them went up to 33 months, but new submission is 14 to 16 months. It's all because they do peer review. Peer review means that officer is not satisfied. Now they're going to examine everything. They're going to examine the incubator. They're going to examine your business plan. They're going to examine every person who is involved in this. So that's why they want to make sure that everything is, and processing time goes up to 33 months. So that's why, I mean, if you really are a good candidate for a startup, go for it. Otherwise, there are other options. Owner-operator, ICT, the intra-company transfer, or maybe even find a job through job offers for a skilled worker. So don't just look for a startup, and if it doesn't fit you, try to make yourself fit into that program.
So which other program do you refer or recommend, which is fast track, which can help you to land there within 12 to 15 months? Because I've been looking, I'm 41-year-old. I've been looking for a Canadian job for last maybe 5 years. And there's a pay difference. There's a huge pay difference between GCC market and the Canadian market. Plus GCC is a tax-free zone. Yeah. So you have to make lots of compromises if you accept the Canadian offer. So now at the age of 41, I really want to make a move for my family, for my kids, not for myself. Yeah. So I mean, I'm exploring all these options, and then there's a startup option looks very friendly and very optimistic and very, very fast. The only concern is what is the right direction, because I have no entrepreneurial skillship. I need to find 5 right partners. Okay. And these are some of the challenges that I don't know how to address.
Okay. Well, first of all, same way that you see it's so easy to for the whole process, it looks like it's a very easy process, startup, but then at the same time, it's one of the most difficult type of projects, applications for immigration. The officers, their hands are open. They can make on every single part of your business, they can point it out and say this is wrong and just fail you on that part. So a startup is good for people who really want to do that project. If not, don't really go for it. Now, you mentioned that you have been looking for a job here in Canada. It's not the easy thing. Maybe if you buy your own business or you start a company here, it will be much better than finding a job. I know, especially these days, it's not easy to find a job in Canada. Before this pandemic, 80% of our job was recruitment. We used to bring skilled workers from other countries here. Just 20% investment or a startup or the owner-operator. But these days, it's the other way around. 80% of our business is either owner-operators, intercompany transfer, PNP programs or startup programs, and very little of it, 20% of it is skilled worker.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And anyone who wants consultation, please, we have our YouTube channel, website, Instagram. Approach us and we'll be happy to help you out with that.
And Mr. Hussain, what is the cost for a company registration in Canada? Or how much your fees? How much would be your fees? Because, I have to take one step is I have to register my company, and once my sister's license will come, then we can start a, work over there. Yeah. So before that, I want a company as an NRI.
Yeah. So just registering a company is not a big deal. Every lawyer or immigration consultant can help you with that. And the cost is less than $5,000 to just set up a business. Okay. It's just that running the business and having a successful business could be a challenge.
Okay. So normally our thinking is whatever we are getting, the most of our work is in Canada. Okay. Mm-hmm. So most of the commission we get around $3 lakh or $4 lakh in a year we get from Canada. So our concern is whether we will take the all money in Canadian account, and whatever we pay to our sub-associate, we can directly pay from the Canadian company. Yeah. Okay. So ultimately we will earn the, around $2 lakh per annum in the Canadian company. So what would be better? Like what you suggest, should we, go for that in the Canadian company, and we will see later on in the coming years if we will appoint 10 people over there. Okay, then we will get the PR. Otherwise, we will start running a company here. No problem. It's not a problem for us because at least we have one of our relative over there who can work as a IRCC and can work with us on a contract basis, not on the permanent employee, on a contract basis.
Okay. So first of all, these questions you should ask a accountant, a CPA accountant, that they can give you exactly how to, because you probably want to transfer those money to your Indian account as well, and how to transfer them, what to transfer. Because normally, whatever you earn here in Canada, you have to pay taxes on it here based on the accounting here. But then if you are a subsidiary of another company in India, so you could move some of your revenue to Canada, to India, and then pay taxes in India. But then if you pay taxes in India, you need to show it to Canadian government.
Okay.
So, but the best way, because I'm not the right person, I mean, I know because I've done business, the best way is to talk to a CPA. Charter accountant, charter accountant. They can give you good advice.
So they will help us in settling a company over here, in Canada.
And they're asking when will be the next webinar. We try to have at least one every month, but it could be a little bit longer. As soon as we can have the next one, we'll let everybody know on LinkedIn.
Mr. Sen, one last question. Sorry, I'm asking so many questions.
That's okay.
So you mentioned to me that after the LOS, we can apply for the work permit and we can land in Canada to get the business to get going.
Yeah.
Now, my prior understanding is what you said is true, but it only applies to the team leader. So the one person who is acting as a leader has a right to land earlier, not the whole team, correct?
No, whole team. Whole team can apply.
Whole team can apply.
Yeah.
Okay, number one. Number two, normally when people get letter of support, when people get the invitation for the PR, that LOS done, the process is done, now you submit for the PR and you got the invitation for the PR, come and get it. Normally that invitation validity is 1 year. So people who apply through a startup, they still continue to work 8-9 months in GCC to collect maximum savings. And then, because then they go and then get the PR and then come back and then they start acting like a 5-year window. Only 3 years has to be there. So even after getting a PR, people love to stay 2 years in UAE and then they meant to make a move. So my question number one, can we still wait for 8-9 months after getting an invitation for the PR?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, once you get the IMM 1000, you got at least 6 months to land in Canada, but that can be always extended. So it's not a big deal. And if you are worried about not being in Canada for a long time, if you're only renewing your PR, every 5 years, you need to be in Canada 730 days. That's almost 2 years. But
it does not kill the purpose. Do you think it looks to me it kills the purpose because you apply for a startup, you got the PR, and then you are just prolonging it. You are just delaying it to land there.
People have different reasons. People have parents that they need to take care of. People have projects that need to finish. We have seen people that it takes them 5 years. And then within that 5 years, they haven't been here for even 5 months. So then they have to challenge the immigration to renew their PR again. It happens.
But it will go in the same way in the startup as well. So even after getting a letter of support and after getting the PR invitation, if I don't go and start my business with incubator or the startup, I just take my sweet time.
Oh, no. You need to start. I mean, you have to do the project. It's just that if you don't,
it will not be actively managed by staying in Canada. I can do it from UAE, right?
Exactly. Yeah. But the project needs to be done.
Okay, I got it. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Okay. Maybe purchasing business or BCPNP. And if you don't have an idea, do you have one? No. We don't give you the idea for, BCPNP, you don't need to have an idea. We help you to find a business, but giving you an idea for a startup, no, we don't do that. Okay, so we are past the time that we were expecting. It's 1 midnight, 1:07 midnight. And if you guys don't have any more questions, let's wrap it up.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sen. I mean, it was really a pleasure for this session, and you came so late for night. I mean, highly appreciate that. Thanks very much.
You're welcome.
Thanks,
have a nice day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.